There is an image that defines modern warfare. A soldier stares into the sky, but he is not looking for enemy aircraft. Rather, he is searching for a small, buzzing threat. Unfortunately, that threat has arrived in Pakistan. And what makes this moment significant is that Pakistan's armed forces and terrorists are now preparing for the same type of war. Last month, on January 24th, the ISPR released footage from the Lahore garrison. It showcased Pakistani soldiers training intensely on first person view racing drones. It was a public declaration, a signal that the army is adapting to a new technical reality. The troops were learning to fly these small but deadly drones through virtual reality goggles. They were turning a hobbyist toy into a precision guided missile. This is the exact kind of drone warfare that has redefined the battlefields of Ukraine. Then, just 2 weeks later, the Balochistan Liberation Army released its own footage. They also announced the establishment of a dedicated drone unit. It seems that both the army and these terrorists have seen the same videos from Ukraine highlighting the effectiveness of FPV drones. You see, for decades, traditional armies held a near monopoly on high tech firepower. They owned the tanks, the jets, and the heavy artillery. A non state actor in the past could not hope to match that kind of firepower. But the FPV drone, it somewhat lowers that barrier. For a few $100s, a terrorist can now build a weapon capable of disabling an armored vehicle, or they can strike a checkpost deep in an urban center with accuracy that was once reserved for traditional air forces. So it is precision terror at a negligible cost. But on the other side, the army's adoption of this technology is equally profound. Counterterrorism or counterterrorism operations have always been a game of boots on the ground. There was no way around that. And that was slow, it was dangerous, and it exacted a heavy toll in human lives. But an FPV drone can scout terrorist hideouts in rugged terrains or on the mountains and neutralize targets without risking even a single life. And so, undoubtedly, this is going to save a lot of lives in Balochistan and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa during counterterrorism operations. But it also means that the question is now about adaptation. As the rules of engagement change, in a conflict where both sides will now see through the same goggles, who will learn faster and who will innovate quicker? And as the skies become the new frontline, we have to confront a chilling thought. If a terrorist can now virtually fly a missile through a window from miles away, instead of relying on a traditional roadside improvised explosive device, where is there left to hide for ordinary civilians?